broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
What? They survived, Howard. They survived. Oh my God, guys. What is going on, y'all? It's your boy Nino, and you are tuned into the Minority Report After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. Y'all, this was the season finale, and I know my co-host over here, Mr. Howard III. What's up, man? He has a lot to say.
What's up? What's up? Yes, everybody. It is me, Howard III. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Howard III. That's Howard 3RD.
There you go. And you can guys catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But I'm going to get into it because there's so much that happened.
Nino,
Howard.
let's get into this.
Oh my God. So once again, this was season 1, episode 10, the season finale. Everybody runs. They definitely had to run at the end.
Okay.
Right?
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited, guys. I mean, this is probably the most I've been excited, like all season.
Right.
I love the show, but the season finale, oh.
If you can see Howard's notes, this is the most he's written this whole season. He got it going on. He was digging. He was like, yeah. But for real, I mean, they opened up to, what we kind of see, what Wally had to kind of bear on his shoulders for a while.
Yeah.
17 years ago, he kind of signed up for the job. He was kind of like a bad seed, though.
Yeah,
right?
Who would have thought? Wally, he'd have this whole rebel side. Well,
right?
I mean, he was younger back then, so.
I know, Wally looking like this dorky kind of dude who's just, he was, I thought he was a scientist all his life, which he kind of was, obviously. Right. And that's what kind of led him to the job with Metropolitan PD.
Yeah, but I guess he was using his little scientist powers for evil. Like he was an evil scientist growing up.
He was a bad little kid. He was one of those little kids that would shoot things at things or squirrels or whatnot. He would be one of those guys.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so we see that, and he meets the kids, and we see the young teenage precogs, Agatha, Dash, and Arthur, and they're normal kids.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I didn't realize they got in so young.
Yeah, they got in when they were teenagers. They were normal kids. They were having fun. They joked around when they first met Wally. And it just, it just goes to show you how much of a complex that the time that they had in the milk bath kind of just did them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I really appreciated that little shout out to you, Fox. I appreciated that little backstory, all of it, even with Wally, meeting them, how they got to connect like that.
Right. It brought it all together to see why Wally cared so much when he saw them.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "Hi, how are you?" Like, "Oh my God, Dash, I haven't seen you in blah 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 years."
Because at first you're thinking Wally's just creepy,
yeah.
But now you can see why he loves them. Those were his kids,
exactly.
pretty much.
They were his kids. He saw them grow up because they initially were only supposed to be there just a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe, right?
I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow.
Right.
They were only supposed to be there for, like you said, a few weeks.
Yeah, because the longest they went in was 36 hours. Mm-hmm. And then, the lady from who was interviewing Wally said, we're going to have them in there for maybe, if we're lucky, up to 60 years.
Yeah.
With no care in the world for their lives, basically. Super unethical. But in retrospect, she was thinking 3 lives versus how many thousands, millions of lives that could be saved. Yeah.
But still, though, these were kids.
They were kids,
you can't keep them. That 36 hours is long enough to be in a bath, to be connected to stuff like that. Come on.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, so basically, that's why he felt such an urge to take care of them so well, because he brought it upon them. When he said yes to the job, he was like, well, okay, I'm signing on for this. Yeah. And anyway, so we kind of see the last episode, we saw that Agatha escaped. Mm-hmm. She escaped Blomfield's people before she got there.
Yeah, I still kind of want to know how she got away a little bit.
I think she probably saw it.
Oh,
and then she was just like, "Okay, time to go. Gotta go. This is not where it ends for me.
Let me pack a bag real quick. Gotta go."
Right, exactly. But Blomfield was able to get some facial reconstruction from their DNA at the cabin, and also pegged Miss Vega.
I couldn't believe. Well, I say I couldn't believe it, but I believe it. You know, like Vega should know. I mean, she is a cop. She already knew when they all met up. Like, he probably got your DNA. Like, Vega should know. Like, wear gloves at all times or something.
She totally forgot that she was there too.
Yeah.
But she pressed really well when he was asking her questions. As we go on later, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
She did pretty well.
She did.
I thought she did pretty well. But the faces are right there. Dash's face, obviously. The other two, no one knows who. No one still can trace them because they're not traceable.
Right.
They were X'd out of the system and brought to their new life, basically. But anyways, we find out that Blofeld looks like he might be going rogue. He might be working for a third party.
Yeah, and who would have seen that coming? Really?
Right? I mean, like all the behind the scenes stuff. I was feeling it. Obviously we saw him working with the other guy, but I didn't know it was to that extent where he was gonna sell. The bodies to who knows? It could have been to somebody from a different country. He says he's a patriot. He's patriotic. No, he's in it for the money.
For sure, for the money. Which that kind of went over my head. I was like, wow. At first, I thought he was doing it for the government. His own rude, cruel type of thing. But then,
or for his own greater good. To like, well, I found the precogs on my own.
Yeah,
and here we go,
and promote me or something.
Exactly.
But as we see later on in the episode, it wasn't for that.
Right, and they found out that he wasn't working with this might not be for the DIA because every step that he took was kind of covered. Right, and it was very minimal on the DIA monitor. DIA monitor. There's so many things that I couldn't remember, but that's where they kind of slowly start to piece things together, and I start to slowly understand a little bit more as well too. But the Memento Mori attacks is going to be on a whole nother level now.
Yeah, that was something that was going to be huge.
Right,
that terrorist attack. I mean, that guy, he was just speaking in a way, the scientist was just...
Dr. Greg.
He was speaking like, oh, well, let me tell you a little bit of this, but not telling us too much.
Right. Well, Dr. Gray was just trying to calm himself down from the test that was being ran of him. The lie detector test.
Let's talk about that.
He just had to calm his nerves down so it couldn't be red or something could have happened. But we see that he poisons himself or whatnot. He takes that pill to kind of knock himself out after a couple interrogations, and I thought like he couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah,
I was wrong once again. Fox slips it in another way, and he does that because he's trying to pull a decoy on the situation, where his mind is looking like the attack is going to happen. The attack is going to happen at the reservoir, and it's going to be at the water that's going to attack the people.
Yeah,
but it was definitely geared towards the bunker and somewhere else.
I mean, who would have thought that? I mean, we could clearly see that he had everything planned out. He knew he wanted to be there. He knew he wanted to eat the pill that wasn't really going to kill him. Just knock him out so they could read his mind.
It's like 10 steps ahead of everybody.
Yeah. So
like he was thinking about it.
You can
real.
Tell he put in work for years to plan this thing. I mean, to take out basically all these humans, what I mean?
It's so funny that it was like two different things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Minority Report, two different things. There was a way, there was the Memento Mori story happening, and then Blofeld and his situation going on. He wasn't there for the terrorist attack to help the terrorists, to help us find the terrorist. He was there for his own greater good. And I'm like, oh man, there's so much going on from this way to this way.
It was, and
I'm like, Howard, wow, we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, they just crammed it all in there. I mean, I guess because they had to cut down the seasons, so they would just cram and stuff, but it still flowed in a way.
Very well.
A little bit, it might have gotten confusing like here and there, but it was flowing.
Right.
The show just flowed.
Exactly. The show just flowed. I love it. So anyways, the feds, let's get back to the vision of the precogs. I forgot about that. All the precogs had visions at the same time, which the first time we ever saw them together, in a scene, like in reality, not 3D Skype with Agatha, but in reality having the same vision. And then it looked like it was like a mass killing was going to happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's what they saw. The number 99 kept popping up. Which I in the beginning I thought maybe was the number of bodies that was,
that's what I was thinking.
That number of fatalities maybe. And then we just saw the people dying, you know what I mean, left and right. and you were like, "Oh, that's Homeland Security about to die right now." Like,
That's what I was saying. I was like, how can they not recognize the faces? I understand, like, the pigment is gone in your face, but you can clearly see that's the black guy. You know, the black cop. Like, come on. But who would have thought that when they were all three of them having it together? It was pretty cool. Like, to see that, right? I mean, not like in a mean way, but I was fascinated.
I was definitely fascinated too. Then Dash obviously just seeing the park, which we didn't know about in the beginning. Like, what does that have to do with anything? You know? And
then Agatha just getting hot, which we understand why she was getting hot. Right. When she said, "Can you open up a door? Can you open up a window?" Hot.
Exactly. I can't breathe. I can't see. Obviously, because the chemicals were going to go into their system. And you know, Dash seeing the park, they thought it was a Minority Report where there was two different ways that this could end up or this could happen. Right. You know, but in reality, it was all connected into one. You know what I mean? So let's keep it going because there's so much going on. It is. So you know, they scrub Dr. Gray's brain and they think it's the reservoir, but then I love it. Vega really thought instinctively, like, no, this kid, why did he give up so easily? Because he knows we were going to scan his brain, right? And she's like, this can't be it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kudos to Vega, right? Because she is a great detective, right? And I just don't feel like she gets enough props. Like, yes, she had Dash who could see the future, but most of the time it was Vega handling these cases.
Well, she puts everything together because they can't just pin it off the visions. Right. There's too much. But she does have a great team behind her too.
She has a great team with Tequila. Yes. So it's a great team, but also Vega. I think she is just a great detective. I feel like she should have got an award this season.
Right? You were waiting for it, like, okay.
I was like, where's the award?
Well, she's like leading the pack in, like, you know, in all the crimes in the crime unit. Like, that's she is solving all these cases left and right. So she definitely deserves some recognition. No. I definitely agree with you. Clap on for Vega. Love it. So, you know, the feds decided to come in and take over the Memento Mori case. We see that, right? And they're the ones that was questioning Gray and taking over everything. So then now Vega kind of has like this time to kind of figure out how to get our precogs out of the way and into safety. Right.
Which was so much. I keep saying the word pretty cool because this whole season has just gotten me. You know what I mean? This whole episode. So that was pretty cool. Like, just getting them out of the way.
Right. You know, they couldn't be out in public because the feds have them on lockdown. Right. You know, now that they know their faces, or they think that they know their faces or whatnot, they're not even worried about them at this moment. It's Blomfeld who's basically trying to track them down, but they have to basically fool facial recognition, and who does the best with that is with Miss Aquila with her tattoos.
I thought Aquila was the best, but the way she had them people looking was not the best. I was like, two dots on a cheek.
It worked. It got them. It worked.
No, that doesn't work. I still know it's you, Arthur. You got two dots on your cheek. But that's not Arthur.
I think what it is is that it blocks the facial recognition from seeing different cheekbones, different things in their faces.
Okay. Well, when you explain it like that, I understand, because I wasn't feeling it. I was like, two dots on the cheek, then Agatha just the thing across the forehead.
Imagine you getting scanned, and then it's like missing a part of your face, like okay, your face looks different from the facial recognition. Okay. There we go. A little bit better.
Yeah, when you explain it, but because I was just sitting over there like, really? Right. Like, I know it's you.
Everyone's supposed to get it, but Dash obviously, after he's told you need to get out of here, the reason why they were putting on those tattoos or the fake tattoos was to leave and leave the city. You know what I mean? Go somewhere that's not here at the moment. And of course, Dash is like, no, I can't let you just do this on your own, Vega. I gotta help you out. And he runs his butt off to Wally.
He just sneaks out like that. Like, nobody heard him at all when he left that apartment. They would just dash. Next thing you know, he's gone.
Right.
Just
he dashed out the way.
Exactly.
And I'm like, for real, this dude is so quiet and just like, he just doesn't think. Like, seriously. I get it. He's a brave dude. But it's scary the way he just kind of ups and runs.
Right. it's like it's bittersweet. Like he's just so hard-headed. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's like, Dash, stay your butt right there and just leave the city. Just follow your family and go.
Exactly. But no, he wants to save the world. I get it. Thank you, Dash, for trying to save the world. You guys did eventually, or saved Congress for that fact for a little bit. And anyway, so he goes to Wally. Obviously, I thought Wally had all his equipment just, ransacked and burnt out after his visit with Blofeld,
because when they took it, everything just blew up. Or when they tried to take it out the house,
exactly, but Dash just had to show up in like the shadows, you know what I mean,
from upstairs,
right, from upstairs, and he was like, no one followed me here, everything's cool, I'm here. And he's like, do you have another scanner? Obviously, Wally has another scanner because he's Wally, right?
Just tucked away in the back. Right. But my whole thing is, how would Dash know nobody followed him? Wally even told Dash they have this street under 24-hour surveillance. It's locked down. Why would you even come?
They do, but it's funny because his brother and sister and obviously like Andromeda like knew and like they had to back him up. So basically, he was in getting his brain scrubbed and can't see anything else. There's nothing much to see.
Right.
And then boom, walks in Blofeld and was like, I got you, dog.
Seriously, I low-key saw that one coming though.
Right. I was like, he's gonna come. He's gonna have to come. Walks through the door, and we think that's kind of like, okay, that's it. That's it. Something's gonna happen, and this is what leads him to the milk bath. It kind of is, but it turned a different key. When Andromeda, I love her, by the way. Now I actually really like her.
I know.
Came out from the shadows and was like, nope, it's gonna happen this way.
I'm saying she's a ride or die, a true ride or die.
For real.
She was out there like, nope, this is not going down.
Exactly, all face and all.
I know.
Face and all, and they decide the only way to actually make this happen is to get into the milk bath.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And at this point, they still think that's the only reason why Blofeld wants them in the milk bath, is because to help the world out, to help the U.S. out, what I mean, from the terrorist attack.
Exactly, and he had everybody fooled because when we saw them, when Andromeda pretty much shocked them, and he woke up, he said, well, I just want to save America, or whatever, something. In
the back of my mind, I was like, no, this dude is still evil because there has to be something else underlying into the story.
Exactly. I was like, no, it's something up his sleeve. Like, he's not here to save the world.
No, definitely. So they think they have everything under control.
Right.
They did for a second, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously. And then, he calls Vega. He's like, okay, Vega, we got this. You need the milk bath. We're going to be in the milk bath.
Mm-hmm.
Vega's like, okay, I'll stay posted or whatnot. And then, tells Blake, okay, you want your precogs? We got the precogs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so it happens. They get in the milk bath. They get scanned. The Congress gets off the hill and gets moved into a bunker. Right. A really small bunker. The guy was like, "Oh, when was this built? 2010."
I know.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy living in this time right now. I think everything's pretty cool. Right?
It was like, that's a pretty good line. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty good line.
I mean, that place looked pretty cool still.
I know it was all nice and spacious, but I would hate being hot underground.
Exactly.
Like that.
The temperature started rising and kept on rising.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, okay. Then I thought, oh, that's where the numbers are happening. They're gonna fry to death. Or
the
I thought
99. Yeah.
Or once again, we saw them getting water, and I was like, "Oh, it's in that water." I was all wrong.
I know Fox was throwing us for a loop tonight,
all the way around, and I still didn't know where I was going. So anyway, so they get in the milk bath, and they get scrubbed. Their brains get scrubbed, and they look in, and they're trying to figure it all out to try to see what's going on, and to try to see what happens, and they finally see. Dash kind of was slow at it in the beginning.
Right.
That his vision show the park, vision show a arm, and they realized put two and two together, maybe this bunker's under this park.
Yep. Shout out to Vega for that, because she was like, wait a minute, where is this bunker located? Mm-hmm. Then they said, oh, the park is right there on top of the bunker.
Yeah, they're like, we don't know, but maybe the park is on top of the bunker, right?
Right.
I was like, okay, there we go, perfect.
As soon as they get there, they see the swing, and then they see the arm.
Exactly. So the vision was all still put together.
Yeah.
It was just piece because there was different parts to it. Plus, they were getting thrown by Mr. Dr. Gray.
True.
You know what I mean? So they saved the people. Because what was happening was Memento Mori was going to put on the air because everyone was so hot. So they knew that they were going to flock to the AC. I would too. I get very hot very easily.
Right, me too.
You know what I mean? Under these lights and all. You know what I mean?
Saying.
The first week we were in here, there was no like AC going on. Anyways, so they were going to flock to the AC when it popped up, and then we see that the Memento Mori people are about to put the chemicals in to show us what was really going to happen.
Here comes Vega.
Exactly.
And
Vega,
Blake.
Blake, you know, they got it. They shoot them. We saw what happens with the chemical. It was like instantaneous.
Yeah.
It was worse than what happened to the senator.
Well, remember, she got a lot more on her because
That's right.
when Vega shot her, it was like one of those little sonic boom
That's
guns.
right. And the senator just got like a little dab.
Yeah, she was like drenched in it, and I'm like, wow, look how quickly. I low key might have nightmares from that because
Was that too much for you?
that was a little bit too much. I don't do scary, like gory looking things, so
a little too much for
I
you.
might have a little nightmare.
Well, you know, and then they ended up saving the situation and that from happening. So they took that one part and that was done. And we thought that was it. I thought, okay, cool. You know, they were going to meet up at the bath and they were going to take care of everything. Everything was going to be cool.
Right.
Then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they start shaking again, and I'm like, no, I just closed up my notes. I was good. I was feeling good. I was like, oh, okay, they did it. What's gonna happen next? It's gonna be like a good happy ending.
No, they threw us for a twist.
Exactly. Thinking like, okay, I'm thinking, okay, the seasons haven't been. This season has been doing well. It's the first season, and we know they knocked down to 10. I thought they were just going to end it right here and there. No, there could be a season 2 because of what just happened.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, there might be a season 2 off of that alone, especially when we saw the vision and everything after that kind of just blew up.
Exactly. So I mean, the next vision they saw was of Andromeda's face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, dude, what's going to happen? Is Andromeda bad? Is what's going down? And we see that she gets shot because Blofeld had somebody up there, a sharpshooter ready to go to make sure this operation was not, debunked. You know what I mean?
I know.
Or derailed, I'm sorry. And she got shot right in the throat.
Right there, right in the chest.
Right in the chest.
Right by the heart. I was like, oh no, Andromeda.
Exactly. And I was like, oh man, and here we go. Blofeld takes over once again, and I'm like, okay, we're back again in the circle where I thought it was done, and I thought we were good to go, and we're not. We weren't done at all. And, thank God, like, okay, when that was happening, I was like, okay, this is where, I don't know, Vega's going to come in, and she's just going to kind of agree to the situation because she can't do anything anymore. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Right.
I was waiting for those words, put them in. I know you were too.
I was.
I was waiting for that then. But then, the precogs woke up. Agatha, Dash, and Arthur woke up right in time.
Right in time, which was a good look.
It was a good look. Arthur was mad, obviously, because I think Andromeda was like his boo thing.
Yeah, I think he truly did love her.
Yeah,
he truly did.
And
she was a ride or die. I love her too.
Exactly, but they woke up in sync so well together, and they got out. They put them in the milk bath, plugged them in, got out. Arthur looks like he was just about to kill.
I mean, I don't blame him for wanting that was his girl. That's his love. She's been down for him since day one.
Exactly.
So I was like, kill him, Arthur. Yeah. Go ahead, do it.
Hey, all right. Blood on your hands.
For your love.
But yeah, no, it was really sad to see that. Yeah. And so he gets out. He tries to get to Andromeda, and she finally speaks. You know what I mean? She finally speaks.
She's passing away.
Exactly. She gasps for breath. And she finally speaks a little bit. And then that's it. She dies.
She says, I'm sorry. I kind of wanted to know what that was about. Like, just, I'm sorry I couldn't protect you. Or I'm sorry this happened. Like, she just says, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Like, what?
Like, I feel like she was sworn to protect him or something like that. There's a backstory more to it. And that's why I feel like there might be still a season 2 because, we thought Vega was going to take the route for everybody and everyone was going to run and go. And that was going to be it. They weren't going to see each other anymore. And it just turned once again because I'm like, okay, now they're back in control and everything's cool, everything's good, and then Vega's gonna take the lead and take care of everything. I knew she was gonna work some way around and try to make it work. And they all get out, they're about to leave, they're about to go. Vega's not gonna know where they go. Wally's not there, but the 3 people are there. The three precogs are there.
Oh yeah.
I never even thought about Wally.
Me neither.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, you know, Arthur's like, I can't take this. No, I got to go back. And I was like, oh, he's gonna kill them. He's gonna kill them. No, he doesn't kill them.
What I thought.
Wally kills them.
I couldn't believe that, but I think that's why they showed us the little backstory on Wally and how he was such a rebel.
And it ties back into the beginning again.
Exactly. He was ready. Like, Wally isn't just this, you know, sweet little guy, creeper.
Because he felt bad. He felt bad after all that they've done. After all that they've done, you know, he doesn't want them to have to live like that anymore. Mm-hmm. So he kind of, all that pressure on his shoulders was like, I'll take care of this. Even before Arthur got to it, you know, the brother, you know, Agatha and Dash got the visions like something else is going to happen. And we know it's a death, and you know it's those three basically. Vega rushes in. Arthur's down on his knees, and we see that Wally's the one lowering them down. And he's like, "Run, everybody, run!"
I know, poor Wally.
Wally, like, oh my gosh, like that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After Vega said put them in, and we saw that she meant put the bad guys in. I thought that was it, and everything was all good.
I'm saying, when I saw Vega and she said put them in, because this whole season we kept, you know, Agatha kept seeing the vision of Vega saying put them in, and she's thinking, Agatha's thinking that it's about them.
Yeah.
Then we see Vega and she's like, nope, put in, you know, the DIA guys. Yeah. And I had to just yell at the screen right there because I couldn't believe it. Vega had me on the edge of my seat. Oh my gosh. When she did that, put them in, and it was the DIA guys.
Yes. Howard had to clap, had to stand up for a second, pause the DVR, and was like, listen, that just happened, and there we go.
Right out of my seat. Like, I cannot believe that.
Right. So that was the whole vision. But, you know, then once we saw Wally basically puts them down and tells them everyone to run. He's going to take the rap. I don't know how this is going to happen. It ends there, basically. Everyone has to run. Vega has to run, too.
Yeah, because now she's pretty much on the loose,
right?
Like on the run.
Exactly. So what's going to happen next? Because there's still Aquila out there. And there's still Blake there, too. This is why I hope that there's still going to be a season 2.
I know. I'm a little invested.
Listen, guys. Okay, a lot of you guys have been tweeting and saying, or even commenting on the YouTube, that you're hoping that this isn't it for Minority Report. Yeah. And I hope it's not either, actually. I really hope it's not. To everyone else who were saying, you know, that this is not a good representation of the movie. I saw the movie, I get it, but in itself, this is a good storyline, and I think, you know, minus the name, it could, you know, it's something really, really good. And I wish everyone would give it a little bit of a chance, just as much as the diehard fans who do watch it actually do. So if you want this to be back on, obviously Howard and I would love to come back on and talk more about it on season 2.
Yes.
Right?
Definitely.
Tweet out. Create a hashtag. Do something to make this happen. Because I would love to come back and talk about this more.
Yeah.
I mean, can we get into predictions, though, if there's a season 2?
Yes.
One last time, just in case this is it. Predictions. I just want to know what you think is going to happen in season 2 if Fox greenlit season 2, or if Hulu takes it. Go ahead, Hulu. I'll watch you too.
Hulu, Netflix, what's going on?
Whatever.
So I predict if and when the show comes back, they're going to. I kind of want to see an Aquila spinoff a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be mainly the precogs. I think it's gonna be a spinoff on one of the characters, either Blake getting this higher position, either Wally and going to jail, or Aquila and doing something with her. I think that Megan would just pop in. Vega would pop in each episode, in and out, and the precogs would pop in. But I believe that if they get a season 2, it's going to be like a spinoff type of thing. Right. And the main characters pop in.
I believe that if they get a season 2, Vega is going to be on the run with them for a little bit because she doesn't know what to do. Right. You know, they killed the DIAs. Like, you know what I mean? And she doesn't want Arthur, Dash, or Agatha to get in trouble. And she's obviously, we see them run with her. Right. So I feel like they're going to stick together, because that's kind of what they have at the moment. Aquila is always going to be in tune with Vega, because Vega's going to find a way. Obviously, Aquila's going to find a way to reach out to Vega some way, somehow. I know she will, and so will Blake. And it'll be this thing where they're basically playing it off. Like, you know, they're tracking them to make sure everything's okay. And they're still kind of trying to help the Metropolitan PD or whatnot, in a sense, but more rogue style.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I really hope that this gets picked up again, because this was a really good ending. And Fox, I think the storyline just started plotting so much better as it went along.
I'm saying, I think Fox, if it does get picked up, started out strong. I think we saw with this season, it was a little, I love, the show, but it was a little slow from season 1. I mean, episode 1, episode 2. If Fox picks this up, we need to hit it right out the gate. I need a strong episode right then and there. Episode 1, episode 2, slow me down between episode 5, 6, and 7, speed me back up 8, 9, 10, 11. You know what I mean?
Okay, Mr. Howard
I'm just saying,
III.
Fox.
Got the plan on deck here. Let's go.
Hit it out the park.
Yes.
That's the way people are going to watch it. If you slow it down like you did with this season, it's not going to happen.
Right. It was a definitely up and down roller coaster, and I think a lot of storylines are like that, or a lot of other episodes are like that. But I really enjoyed it, so I really hope we come back.
Yes.
And I guess that's it for right now. And let's cross our fingers to see if there's a season 2. Tweet out, guys. Let us know what you guys think. This was the season finale episode, so let us know, what else you think is going to go down if there is a season 2. I would love to hear your thoughts.
Yes, me too.
Yes.
And plus, I'm loving these comments on the YouTube page.
Yeah.
Love
Exactly.
them. Keep those
I love
coming
your theories,
and tweet
guys.
us. Yeah.
Definitely. Howard, please tell the people one last time where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Howard III. That's Howard 3RD. Of course, my website, howardthird.com. And I will be on Blood and Oil on the AfterBuzz show on Sunday. So check me out there.
There you go. Once again, guys, it's your boy Nino, and it's been a pleasure being one of your hosts here for the Minority Report After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and follow me so you can find out what other shows I do on AfterBuzz. All right, guys, thank you so much, and
Thanks, guys.
we'll see you later.
Bye. Love you.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.